Excellent. First of all, I want to welcome everyone tonight. It's going to be a great night. We've got Ricia Adair, good friend of mine. You'll see in a few moments where she lives, and I helped her move to Manzanillo, Mexico last year, and her life has completely changed. So she's going to share that with us and what's the possibility for each of us tonight. She was number 3 in Canada in 2024, so she's just rocking it. Great to play together as usual. She's been in marketing for years. She's a master, and just amazing with people. She's always generous, contributing to people, and I'm so grateful she contributed to me and my journey with the drops that we're going to talk about tonight. So let's let Risha take over. I think it's recording.
Layla,
Perfect.
thank you so very much. And I want to say welcome to everybody. We've got people from all over the continent. So I welcome you. Thank you, Layla, again for managing the room for us. And let's get the show underway, shall we? First, what
Perfect.
I'm going to do is share a screen. And Layla, I'll have you confirm that we're going to be looking at the same thing. Are you seeing my slides?
Yeah, perfect.
Fine.
Thank
Okay,
you.
good, good, good. All right, again, too, I'm Ricia Adair. I'm Canadian, but I relocated to Mexico in October of 2023. My husband and I, we bought our dream home, and as you can see, there it is. It's Casa 700 Mangoes. It's a really weird name, but a super cute story. So if you want to know the story, you're just going to have to come and see us, stay in one of our vacation villas, and we'll have you up for dinner, and we'll share that how the whole building got its name. But this is our dream home. We have 3 villas. The lower villa is our garden pool deck, and the upper villa is another vacation villa with ocean view. And we live in the upper 2 floors. And we look over this beautiful view, Santiago Bay. If you see my arrow, that's where the house is positioned. And so, first of all, the start of my story is exactly this. We moved into our dream home. It was unoccupied for about 5 months before we took possession. And we were so excited. We went there in rainy season. So when we got there, the pool was overflowing. It was green with algae. The pool pump had broken down. The forest from the neighboring lot had grown over completely onto our land. Doorknobs were falling off. Light faucets were rusted out. Now it was like the whole crazy shebang. And our little nest egg, because we really bought too high over our budget, so to speak, our little nest egg completely disappeared in front of our eyes. And I just want to throw in for fun here, our lawyer decided that he needed $23,000 of our closing costs more than we needed it. So we had to come up with another 23,000 so we can get title to our property. Viva Mexico, right? Anyways, that could happen anywhere. And here we go. I was very sad, very depressed. I was very, very sick in my first year, all kinds of illnesses, because, of course, I was overloaded with stress. And my husband and I, we were having a hard time because what do people fight about? Money, right? Well, the other thing that happened is in my 60 plus birthdays that had occurred over the years came this muffin top around my belly that I didn't like anymore. I used to always be in shape, but now I got really heavy. And I thought, wow, so I'll just walk that 9 mile beach a little bit more. I'll climb up and down the hills and up and down the stairs and swim the ocean. And nothing helped at all. So I was getting pretty depressed. I went to see the doctor, and this is what he told me. I had a serious case of FFB. Doctor, what is that? He says, you're fat, frumpy, and broke. So, all kidding aside, that's exactly the state I was in. And I wasn't sure how we were going to make it, to be honest. I really wasn't sure how we were going to make it. And then along came that magic day of April 22nd, 2024, that totally changed my life. That's Chris and Joni on the left. They're #1 power rankers in Canada. They called me and they told me about the drops. And my first reaction was, my goodness, this is the answer to my prayers. I've got to get these drops in my system. I've got to change the way my body is feeling, the heaviness, the fatness, the inflammation, the stress, the anxiety, the illness, all those things. And my second thought was, but hey, I don't have any money. I can't afford this. I was broke, guys, totally broke. but I managed to find the money for 2 boxes. That's all I bought, one for me and one for resale. Well, Joni told me about posting on Facebook. It's a simple system of growth that just shares all these many, many, many successful testimonies with people from all over the continent. And I went, okay, I can do that. They haven't cut off my Wi-Fi yet. I can do some posting. So I just want to share with you my first 9 a.m. post with Kim Gray, a lady that lost a total 116 pounds with our drops. I had posted that at 9 a.m. and I had received 19 comments. My second post of Michelle, who lost 25 pounds, was in the afternoon and I got 7 comments. And then the courier landed at my doorstep. I held up the box, held up the 2 bottles. My husband took the picture and I posted, yay, my drops just arrived. I'm 171 on target to my goal. 59 comments, which resulted in over 20 box sales and 6 new brand partners. So how my life has changed. We're going to fast forward. November 20th, I was able to purchase my brand new, beautiful, beautiful big baby fridge. The old fridge was freezing up so much of my food. I was wasting and losing a lot of produce. That's my beautiful lady, Sarah, in the middle. She's my maid. I now have a maid, a pool guy, a pool boy, and a gardener. I'm so grateful. Wow, I couldn't have a crew like that. So basically, we were looking after the house on our own before. I brought in a professional paint crew, and they brought out some beautiful Mexican colors to add some joy into my home. And the pergola on the bottom level was rotting quickly. It needed to be replaced. And guess what? When you build stuff in Mexico, you have to buy the right woods, the exotic woods that won't deteriorate in the sun and also that the termites won't eat. So you're looking at a $5,000 structure that, thanks to this business, we paid cash. And it all started that one day that I started posting. And wow, you're going to see some of my current health pictures in a minute on how my body has transitioned as well, too. That's pretty exciting. Well, Mike got really excited. I think he's more excited about this baby than he was about the pergola. And then December 24th to December 31st, Santa brought along a little gift called 7 Small Earthquakes. It completely destroyed our pool. We had a full house of guests checking in on January 2nd. Imagine how I felt making that phone call to tell them, guess what? The pool in your vacation home isn't working. It's failed. Well, I found a crew. They did amazing work. And in short 10, 14 days, they rebuilt our pool. And I was able to pay that expense $10,000 cash. Again, thank you to PartnerCo. If I hadn't had this business, this opportunity, and if Joni and Chris hadn't made that phone call to reach out to me, we likely would have lost our entire rental business because of what goes on. So I'm so grateful. And recently I found out that I qualified for the Punta Cana trip, a 5-star vacation to the Dominican Republic. Pinch me. I can't believe this. I want to thank these 2 guys from the bottom of my heart, Darren Zobers, John Wadsworth. John spent his life in network marketing with the company Morinda Tahitian Noni. Many of you may know that product. It's been around for decades. Darren Zobers is from Goldman Sachs, Wall Street, multi-millionaire, question billionaire. And together, these 2 guys were introduced to 5 companies that all had stellar products, amazing health and wellness products. But the companies were mismanaged by a corporate overseer. And also, too, it was times of COVID, so they were sliding fast. Darren and John put their shekels together and formed a new company that we are PartnerCo. We are simply better together. We are partnering. There's no separation between corporate and us as brand partners. In the last 9 months, I've learned so much about hormonal imbalance, and I had no idea that how I was feeling had to do with my system being out of balance. Now, as I read these out, I want you to take a little mental tick mark about which ones apply to you. The mood swings, low libido, headaches, night sweats, food cravings, give me sugar, hot flashes, acne, insomnia, tiredness, fatigue, and weight gain. Most people would say 3 to 5. Some people will say 10. Other people will say as high as 7 as well. Well, not to worry, because we have over 100 great products to help you along your journey, products that will balance your hormones, healthy weight loss, increased energy, strengthen your immunity system, reduce inflammation. We're going to see some pictures with that. Nutritious products, collagen for healthier skin, better sleep, gut health, and we have some great products for the athletes too. If you put all the different categories of products together, we touch several multi-billion-dollar industries. We have an amazing scientific council on our doorstep. Dr. Ray Strand is our chief medical officer. He's well known worldwide for his many books and his approach towards science, along with Dr. Pina and Brett West and their various team of scientific experts. They have overseen over 215 plus published clinical studies. Every year, they do all kinds of annual quality tests to ensure that our products are the best of the best. They had to be good ingredients created by doctors backed by science. That was critically important to Darren and John. Dr. Crystal Vance, we'll hear about her again soon. She's our Wellness Council president. Kristen White, a triathlete on our athletic council. And Brett West is the world's senior foremost expert on the Tahitian noni. What got me excited was the fact that we're doing business in 50 plus countries. I can be in my little laptop in a small little office in Manzanillo, Mexico, and be able to reach out to the people I know in Canada, Europe, and all over the world. My business now stretches out to over 12 countries. So super grateful. There are no tax laws. There are no tax numbers. There's no international applications. It's as simple as this. You make a post on your Facebook page and somebody in Ireland sees that you have the drops. They get intrigued. They send you a message. You go on your website, you see, indeed, we have the drops in Ireland. You send them a smart link, which we teach you how to do, of course. They click on the link, the European office sends them their product, and next Friday you get paid. It's that simple, guys, and we're over 50 plus markets where you can enjoy getting paid while you sleep. One of the products that I love, I'm learning so much about it, Skincerity. It's been on the market for well over a decade. It was created by a team of scientific dermatologists specifically for problem skin with scars, bruises, acne, burns, that sort of thing. And I'm learning about all the first aid ingredients, but also how it makes my skin look so young and vibrant. Great product. Another one concerning your skin is Noni with collagen. I love this product. Take it every morning. I keep it cold. One thing that made me really alert or be alerted and the importance of having sufficient collagen in your system. My in-laws were just visiting. They're 92 years old. Dad took a bad fall, fell on the track of the patio slider. There was a serious gash in his leg, easy, a half-inch wide. We rushed him to the hospital and the surgeon had to sew him back in paper-thin skin. We need to look after our skin today. And of course, the collagen helps our insides be young as well. Very, very important to have sufficient collagen in your body. And when you mix it with noni, the most efficacious fruit in the world, you have absolutely the best product. I love the Noni Max. Interesting about the noni fruit, we do have it here in Mexico, but you can't go close to the tree because it smells so bad. And it tastes real bad too. So I give high credit to our scientists that have put together these formulas that absolutely taste delicious. I love it, love it. It promotes overall health and wellness, again, being the most efficacious fruit in the world, supports a healthy immune system. I was just talking to our co-host, Layla. She was mentioning that she got a little tickle in her throat. Well, guess what? 2-3 ounces extra of noni, and that will look after that for you. Helps to boost energy and endurance and sustains joint health and promotes mobility. So if you'd like to feel better in that department, definitely take your noni every day. Supports a healthy cardiovascular system as well as the fighting harmful free radicals and protects against oxidative damage. And powerful adaptogens support balanced stress response and supports mood balancing effects. If you go to pubmed.gov, you'll see so many papers about the benefits of the noni. The NutriFi line was created by Dr. Strand. I think it's the best optimal line in the world. I've been involved with nutritious programs for the last many years, and I still got sick. And I'm wondering, well, why am I spending this money if I'm still getting the big bad cold and the flu and the bronchitis? Well, do you know, I live in land that is FOP. Do you know what that means? It means fresh off the plane. People are constantly coming into Manzanillo, Puerto Vallarta, and they bring with them their bugs, their viruses, their snotty noses, and and bronchitis and all that. And I do not get sick. I'm super, super healthy. It's amazing. So I highly, highly endorse these products. The probiotics, billions of positive probiotic and prebiotic strains. The Vinali is our best-selling product in China, loaded with pure vitamin C. It's also designed for your skin. As you lose weight, your skin may sag, so you want to take the Vinali. But we're also hearing from people that do get a cold or a flu and they pump up, take 6 Vinali a day, and guess what? They're well the next day. Not making any claims here, but a lot of people have had great success. A lot of people have also told me that it's kicked their allergies and they no longer suffer from hay fever and cat allergies and that sort of thing. Omega Q, one of the best vitamins specifically for your brain and for your heart. Amplify, again, for your brain and added energy. The Optimals, M and V, for your eyes, for your lungs. We don't think about taking a vitamin for our lungs, but think about it every single moment. We rely on our lungs to get us through the day. We need to take vitamins to make sure they're healthy because there simply isn't enough nutrition in our food. MOA on the far right is one of my most favorite products. When I got my second paycheck with my company, I decided I have to have MOA. Reese said to me, it's really going to help you with the inflammation that you're telling me about in your fingers, your toes, and your lower back. The MOA is loaded with 36 superfoods, a lot of them trophic, high-end, hard to get superfoods, including many very exotic mushrooms. And this simply works for inflammation, for all kinds of things. And my MOA is a regular part of my regime. After 3 weeks of using the MOA, I noticed that I had about 70% less discomfort. After 6 weeks, my discomfort is completely gone. So it's a product that stays with me. There's so many testimonies about the MOA. Love it, love it. One of our products, Sugar Stuff, was recently reintroduced. It's a great, great product. Every now and then, even when you're on the drops, even though drops take away your sugar cravings, you're going to want to celebrate with that piece of birthday cake or a little bit of ice cream or something. The Sugar Stop is going to block a good percentage of the sugar and the carbs from getting into your bloodstream. It's a great product to have, which is on sale right now. We'll talk about that in a minute. And the Slenderies line, every one of these products is in my pantry. I'm so grateful. The Pure Nourish is my breakfast. That's the one on the right, vanilla flavored. It has 18 grams of protein, loaded with prebiotic, probiotic, all kinds of minerals and vitamins. And it definitely has enough nutrition that if all the food should disappear tomorrow, you can continue to take your Pure Nourish and be well fed. I like the chocolate flavor, so I add the cocoa. We all know the benefits of pure cocoa. It also tastes delicious when you mix it with frozen blueberries and slivered almonds, makes the best dessert. Giving greens, in one scoop, you're going to get 2 pounds of green energy, including kale, spinach, broccoli, parsley, goji, acai, and cinnamon, things that make it taste great. We have our jobs peeking on the corner, but I'm not going to tell you about them yet because first I want to share with you Renew. It's our fountain of youth in a box. It is the only product of its kind in the world with 2 international patents pending. Renew helps combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality. You're going to take that little sachet and mix it in a half glass of water and take it before bed at night. And this is a product that's going to trigger human growth hormone production, HGH. And as we all know, by the time we reach the age of 30, our HGH level significantly goes down. How about a deep REM sleep, guys? How about that, right? Well, the Renew will help you get into that deeper, more restorative sleep. It increases libido, stamina, and pleasure, reduces body fat, increases lean muscle. If we had more time, I'd be flexing my muscles for you. I'm pretty impressed at 66 years old that I got pretty nice arms, and thanks to the Renew. Promotes youthful looking skin and hair. My goodness, my hair grows about 1.5 inches every month, and it's healthy. It's the longest I've ever had it in my life. Improves mood and energy, cell regeneration. And when you combine it with the drops, you're going to lose weight significantly faster. Let's talk about the drops. This is our flagship product that we'd like to share with you. It's all natural, safe, and effective, stimulant and hormone free. It was created by doctors over 12 years ago. 1 million bottles plus have been sold. You will drop twice the weight as diet alone. It is clinically proven, doctor recommended. There's so many studies specific to the drops and so many great results. First of all, it helps curb your hunger and control your appetite. You get that feeling, your brain says, stop eating now. It eliminates sugar cravings. I celebrate. I haven't had white sugar for 9 months. So happy. In fact, I gave away my Dairy Queen ice cream cake today. Get it out of my freezer. Get it out of here. It helps balance your hormones, including insulin, ghrelin, leptin, and cortisol. It will stimulate your metabolism, so you're going to have increased energy. You'll feel younger, help you stay motivated. So you're going to be prompted to get off the couch and go for some exercise. And it definitely helps with stress and stabilizing your mood. It has ashwagandha and rhodelia, which gives you that state of joy. Clinically proven to support your thyroid, maintain healthy blood sugar levels, and it definitely helps with brain clarity. Many of my customers tell me after a few short days that they see that the brain fog is lifting, memory improvements, lose weight in your entire body. I call the Slenderies Body Balancing Drops my magic drops. We're going to encourage you to cooperate with the approved food list. You will not go hungry. There's so much to eat. Tonight, I made a beautiful meat stew in my slow cooker with some short ribs. It was so good. There's lots and lots that you can eat. And you know what? Your body starts craving good foods. I was just talking with Erica, my swim coach, this morning. And she says, I don't want the carbs. I don't want the pasta. I don't want the cookies or the tortillas anymore. I just crave fruit and vegetables and proteins. And that's how your body changes as you follow this program. It's not a fad or a diet. It's back to when we were growing up that mom and dad fed us good, clean eating. It's a lifestyle. Drink your water and exercise 15 to 30 minutes a day, and let's watch the transformations that start to happen in your body. My good friend Jane Storch, 32 pounds in 8 weeks. The transition can happen very quickly. Alan Schultz, he's lost a basketball there and half of himself. We mentioned Dr. Crystal earlier. She's always battled with weight loss. She's lost a whole person. Can you imagine losing 162 pounds? The beautiful woman is still as gorgeous on that right as she was 6 years ago when she initially lost her weight. Yours truly dancing around in spandex. This is my day one before I took one single drop in my mouth. Bring your attention to the difference on the bra line, the waist, and the hips, how my transformation happened in just a short 13 days. And then I can't believe, who is that fat lady and how'd she end up in my computer? I can't believe it. You know, I see that picture. It was recently sent to me and I go, wow, did I get that big? How did that happen? It's easy. 5 pounds a year. That's all it takes. 5 pounds a year. And then you get to 66 years old and you can't kick it. It's there. It's planted. It's solid. Well, with the drops, you can see the after picture. There's my husband and I posing on our pool deck there. And I said, get that green turquoise shirt on, honey. We're going to be a matching spot the couple. Let's take a picture so we can do a great before and after picture. But this is my personal transition. I've gone from size 16, sometimes 18 to a size 8. I'm so grateful and I feel like I'm 30 years old again. I have amazing energy. I don't even have a hangnail to complain about. My body is super healthy and I sleep so well and I'm joyous. I'm just so grateful that I feel these products and I feel so good. Tracy Morelli, West Virginia. Athletes love our products and perform better as well. Katie had a 30-day transition. I recently saw a picture and she looks even greater now. James Laponce, 47 pounds in 4 months. Our beautiful Julie Park, the lady in the middle, was almost dead. She had some serious health issues. Well, Julie, we now celebrate that not only is she very much alive, but she looks absolutely gorgeous and several years younger. April from Oklahoma, notice the difference in her face, how the inflammation has come down significantly. Kevin from North Carolina. The Hublers have 5 children, a home physiotherapy clinic. Josh is a medical professional. He tore this product apart with the science. We're going to hear from our own Dr. Dory. We'll hear her story as well. But the Hublers, they were absolutely convinced that this was a product that had the science to back it, and they didn't hesitate to recommend it to their clients. And you can see what's happened with them. They are now senior officers with their company. They got there in 4 months. And a senior officer means a check with a comma. Oh, did I mention it was weekly? Sheila Peltier, she is recovering from cancer. She had serious chemo and radiation. She was a very sick, sick, sick woman. The drops helped her back to being having a life again, being healthy. The girl on the right is not only saying goodbye to 25 pounds, but saying hello to her life again. Chris Bailey was recently on my call. He was suffering from Lyme disease, couldn't get much help where he lived. And so he found the drops and look at the difference. He's super healthy now and so grateful. Selena Kirby, she's got all kinds of labs to show that her numbers are significantly better, her BP numbers, her A1C numbers, and she's lost a whole bunch of weight. Ashley celebrates not having any more of those menopausal symptoms, including hot flashes and night sweats, and that those anxious moments. Her husband Reese celebrates that he's let go of his Dr. Pepper addiction, along with one box of Oreo cookies every single night. Between the two of them, they've lost 80 pounds. My dear friend Penny Toner, the lady on the left, was suffering greatly from colon cancer recovery. She had 5 operations, the latter 4 to fix the first one that went south. And she was having a hard time loving life. And my beautiful Penny, the girl on the right, now celebrates that she is losing a whole lot of weight. She's gaining her energy back. She's well on her way back to being healthy again. Jerry Wyndham, dear friend of mine, he not only lost 12 pounds, but he commented when he was live on my call recently that he no longer has the shakes. He had to hold his right hand with the soup spoon so he didn't spill it all over his jeans. Well, Jerry doesn't have the shakes anymore. Now we're going to move on to our testimonies. My brand new friend, Brian Biersack from West Bend, Wisconsin. You can see from the evidence of the pictures the huge, huge transition that Brian has undergone. Wow, his wife looks so super, super happy. And Brian, I'm really excited for you to share your story with our audience tonight. Brian, please unmute your line and come forward. Let's have a chin wag.
Okay, can you hear me?
Hi, there you are. Look at you. You're just so young looking and you've lost all that weight. It's so great to see you.
Thank you so much for having me on here. I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.
Um,
Tell me, who introduced you to the drops? How'd you get on the drops?
uh, a friend of my wife's introduced me to the drop.
Okay,
My,
verbal or on Facebook, or how did you see it?
she was an old business partner,
Okay.
and she introduced my wife to the drops for her hormone imbalance and hot sweats, and I decided to try them, and I hopped on, and I lost 50 pounds since July,
Wow.
and
Congratulations.
my knees feel a lot better. And today I was bringing in a 40-pound bag of dog food because I have a Dana, a Mastiff, and I was carrying that, and I was thinking, I used to carry this around with me all the time, and like I was having trouble getting it up the stairs. I was like, oh my gosh. And in that picture that you have of me, this is actually the same shirt.
Wow.
I don't know if you can see, but
I can see it. It's pretty baggy. I think it's time to see
this
a seamstress there, Brian.
this is the same shirt that I had on in the picture.
Wow.
So the drops have really helped me with my health, and I am part of the business, and it's helping supplement some of my income too.
Wonderful. So, other than losing all that great weight, well, first of all, I was told recently that for every extra pound that we carry, it adds 4 pounds of pressure on your knees.
And I can feel my knees are so much better. I can go downstairs without holding on to handrails. Before I was holding on to handrails, and like when you step down, you can feel it in the front of your knees. And I can go up and downstairs like there's no tomorrow.
That's so amazing. So, what else have you noticed? Certainly, your knees are happy, and you had to go clothes
I've
shop. You lost a whole bunch
I've
of
noticed
else.
I've noticed that my sugar cravings are down. I used to eat donuts, sweets, chocolate. I mean, I grew up having dinner and then having dessert afterwards all the time. So being used to that all my life, I had a sweet tooth. Well,
Hmm.
to get rid of my sweet tooth is it's insane because I loved sweets. And my sleep I can, I have such a sound sleep now. I wake up refreshed and I don't wake up throughout the night uncomfortable with my legs kind of numb. I don't know if anybody's ever had that, but yeah, I have really good sleep.
Fabulous. Wow. And so what's your second favorite product?
My second favorite product is Nani.
The noni?
I have autoimmune disease and that that helps with the aches in my joints. It helps me with that. And I started using it about maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and I can feel that my joints feel better.
Awesome. Wow. That is
Oh,
so good.
plus I just got back from Utah from a meeting, and everybody everybody on the plane was sick, and I caught a cold, but it was only for like a day.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, it's because I take my nani juice.
Yeah. Exactly. I agree with you totally. You just keep taking it. Yeah. And if
Just
you feel the little tickle, up it 3 ounces a day, 4 ounces a day, and you're going to
yep,
be past it, right?
yeah, and it tastes good too.
And so with the business, are you posting? Is that what you're doing to get the word
Yeah,
out?
I'm using the system of growth,
Hmm.
which is really easy, and I'm sure you'll explain that to people as they need to use it. But
Yeah.
I post twice a day of results of other people, and I see other people posting results of their own progress, and it's pretty awesome. It's
Isn't it?
unbelievably actually because I've tried many things in the past and couldn't keep weight off or lose this much weight in this amount of time. I started in July, and here we are in February. That's like 7 months. I have 15 more pounds to go to reach my goal.
Fabulous. Well, congratulations, Brian, and thank you again for staying up late past your bedtime. We do appreciate it. And please stick around for the rest of the call. We've got Dr. Dora Beshai coming up that you're going to love hearing from as well.
Oh,
Thank you,
you betcha.
Brian.
Thank you so much. I'm grateful for you having me here.
Wow. Another great testimony. Again, I want you to have another moment to have a look at the transition and look at that shirt. He filled out the shirt back then and now it's floating on him. Okay, we're going to bring up Rachel. I don't know if Rachel's in the house. She did send me a message to let me know that she may not be able to make it.
I
Um,
don't see her, Risha.
okay, we're going to keep going and we'll have Rachel with us another time. So, how do you get the drops? Well, the first option is you can become a customer and buy retail, but I'm a girl from Winnipeg and nobody buys retail in Winnipeg. So, why not get the best value that you possibly can? In the United States, a one-time lifetime membership is $29.95. That will give you the products wholesale as either brand partner or preferred customer. But you know what? I'm going to say people will look at you and say, my gosh, Mary, what are you doing? Because we want to shout it out from the rooftops how good we feel, and people will notice how great you look. So why not join us and help share these products with others and help the world get healthy? So you're going to get all the tools that you can possibly need and the best training for your $30. Canada, you're going to want to pay a little bit extra. It's $37.95. And with our disclaimer, basically it says that your income totally depends on your own business skills, ability, and personal application. So let's talk now how you can turn drops into profits. When you become a brand partner, the retail profits include you buying your product at 30% off of suggested retail. In a product business, there's a point value connected to every bottle, box, etc. So first of all, you're going to enjoy 30% right off the top when you remarket these products like Brian is doing by sharing on Facebook and people come to him. In the United States, you have a 4-pack, get one for yourself, and offering your customer a selling price at $167, you're going to enjoy $222 in profits. But I do recommend, if your budget allows, to get at least a 10-pack where your unit cost comes significantly down to $88 and your profit on a 10-pack would be $790 and you get your own free. In Canada, our 4-pack is $465 or 200 points. Again, offering your customers a special deal at $197, you're going to enjoy $240 of profits and get your personal box free. We'd like for you to start with a goal to reach Ultimate. It's a top pay of our program. At Ultimate, by promoting 30 boxes over 30 days, and yes, the system of growth can help you do that, you've been looking at earning from $2,500 to $2,700, and you get yours for free. And what happens very quickly is your world opens up. Lori's on the call with us tonight, and this is as simple as it went. I talked to Dawn in Parksville, British Columbia, who talked to Debbie in Parksville, who talked to her sister Lori in Sunshine Coast, British Columbia, who talked to Gavin in Australia. And now we have an Australian business. That's as easy as it happens. Layla came on board, her daughter's in Italy. Now we have an Italian business. We have over 12 countries represented in such a short period of time, and that will happen for you as well because the world is a smaller place. You're looking at a screenshot of a program, or rather an app that we call Boards. Boards is a filing system that's held in the cloud of all these thousands of testimonials that we have. It's a simple copy and paste system. Your training on Boards takes maybe 20, 30 minutes. Everything is here for when you people have inquiries under text strips for drops. It's a simple matter of copy and paste. So that would be my closing question for you. Can you copy and paste? If you say yes, you can do this business and earn significant income as a side gig. Here's an example of Rick and Crystal. Together, they lost 210 pounds. This post on my Facebook got a whole bunch of response, and that's it. We simply post. So to be able to receive commissions, you're going to want to activate your position with a minimum of 200 points. We already discussed that could be a 4-pack in either the US or Canada. And I'm going to suggest that you sweeten the offer and throw in a box of Renew. The combined combination of these two products will be the best of the best. You'll lose weight faster. You'll sleep so well, lower your cortisol production, be so calm. It's just such a great, great combination. In the United States, you have the options of buying 10, 20, and 30 packs. And the more you buy, the bigger the profits. A 20-pack would be $1,760, bringing in profits of approximately $1,580. That's 1,000 points. And the Ultimate, I would do that if I was in the States. It's only $2,300, which is a very nominal business investment when you compare it to a franchise or a brick and mortar or anything else out there. And you're eligible to make, let's look at $2,700 of profits, and you automatically qualify for the top pay position of our program. Once you meet Ultimate, you will never have to requalify. You hold that business level for the rest of your career life with us. I want to bring to your attention, we're having a special anniversary right now. We celebrate 2 years, although many of our products have been around, as I mentioned, for well over a decade. But John and Darren brought us together under one umbrella called Partner Co. And the anniversaries include this. First, we have what we call a Destin pack that was in celebration of a recent conference that we had in Destin, Florida. So you get some freebies there, a free Pure Nourish, which is your breakfast shake. You get a whole bunch of great stuff. It's a 200-point package. There's a $380 package. There's a $563 US package, or a 500 Canadian, or 715 Canadian. And the higher the package, the more freebies that you get with the package. This one here is 400 points. You get a whole bunch of freebies. Again, a great offer. We can have a look at these packages after the event, or you can ask the person who invited you to the call. In Canada right now, all these sales end tomorrow at about 11 p.m. Mountain Time. The Sugar Stop is on sale, the Elite, the Renew, the MOA, one of my favorites. All of these products are the best-selling products, which again, I think is exciting because sometimes people put products on sale that are their B products, or the ones that they want to bring attention to. Not us. These are our best-selling products, and they're all 20% off. And again, too, we have our anniversary sale in the United States that has a whole bunch of choices there for you as well. I'll just give you a moment if you want to take a picture of this QR code, and that's going to lead you to more information on the Destin packs that we earlier mentioned. I want to share this with you. There's no way that me being in the business for 8 years, by the time those earthquakes happened and wrecked my swimming pool, that I could have made the kind of money that I did and did all those repairs in my beautiful villa here without a great compensation plan. We are the most generous, the best compensation plan in the industry. I've been in the industry for 24 years. I've never seen a compensation plan so rich as ours. There are 9 ways to get paid. I'm going to touch on a few tonight. We've already talked about retail profits, where you make 30% in retail profits. The new volume bonus is exactly this. We talked earlier about being activated at the 200-point level. That would pay you 15% of new volume bonus. And let me explain what that is. Mary's your friend. She says, I'm going to pay my $29.95. She's from Illinois, and she wants to buy 2 10-packs. That's 1,000 points. As an activated business brand partner with our company, you would make $150. If you were ultimate, you would make $300. That's the difference. A mentor once said to me, never, ever, ever leave money on the table. So we encourage everyone to get to ultimate right out of the gate, initially if you can. Otherwise, make sure you get there in your first 4 weeks. There is 100 points of product that we're going to invite you to participate in every month, and that's going to keep you qualified for commissions and gives you an experience to test and try the other great products that we have. We have another way of getting paid. It's called base commissions, and it's based on a formula of the activity that happens in your team. We get paid on this volume every week. And when that amount rises over $250, the company is going to put 15% aside into a savings bonus for you. As it accumulates up to $10,000, you're going to get that magic phone call, and then the following Friday, your check will be deposited in your bank. For our Canadians on the call, I want to let you know it is $10,000 US. So that makes it what, about 27,000 Canadian or something? At PXP, we celebrate 10 people that were awarded, and now in our weekly training calls every Friday, we hear about 2 or 3 more people. So there's a lot of success. My dear friends, Chris and Joni, brand new in the business after only 8 months, they unlocked their beautiful $10,000 savings bonus. Ashley and Reese, also partners on our business team, they just recently unlocked theirs. People we know, this is happening for them. It's happening for many of us on this call right now. That's why we want to share this with you. We're pretty excited. We also earn lifestyle credits for doing this business, and you take in those credits and cash them in for beautiful trips. There was a 5-star vacation that went to Tahiti last April. Another great trip that went to the Bahamas last July. Up and coming, we mentioned already that I found out that I qualified. Many people, brand partners on this very call, qualify as well. And when my husband and I were dorking around with those props at the recent convention in Orlando, I set an intention in my head. I'm going to qualify for this trip. So it happens. That's as easy as you do. Set your intention, and we've got Bali coming up. Who doesn't dream about that vacation? At our convention in Orlando, there was 2,000 people there. 800 people were recognized on stage. That means 800 people that are enjoying weekly paychecks. Before I bring up this beautiful lady from Coppell, Texas, I want to share with you the next picture. This lady is beautiful. I'm really excited for her to have her story, but in just 14 days, look at the inflammation in her face. I'm talking about a transition that happens very, very quickly. Dr. DORA BESHAI is a chiropractor. She's absolutely lovely. She's tested the science. I'm really excited for her to share her story with you. Originally from El Salvador, Dr. BESHAI, are you here in the house with me?
I am.
Thank you so much for joining us on our call, and I know it's late for you as well, so thank you so very much.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
I understand your friend Janelle, and a neighbor that you didn't know very well, introduced the drops for you. You went to a drop party, and there was something that was said there that impressed upon you that you needed to look into this product and figure it out. So let's first talk, you as a medical professional, what kind of research did you do to convince you that this was a product you wanted to put into your body?
Well, I've been on a journey for a long time, even after graduating from chiropractic school. I have taken several courses in search of um, not just how to help my patients, but how to help myself. And so the first thing I asked Janelle Marie was, what are the ingredients? The second question was, are there any clinical trials? And so some of the products I recognize, some of them, I'll be honest with you, I did not. I don't claim to obviously know it all. Like I said, I've been on a journey and definitely got excited with some of the products that I recognize, one of them being methylated B12. I was pretty much unable to take any B vitamins. I would literally gag. I could not swallow it. Rhodiola definitely got me excited. Ashwagandha, I knew about how it helps with stress, the stress response. And Ignacia Amata, which is in the clear bottle, the first bottle that we take at every meal. And it just, I was curious. As far as the drop talk, as we call them, the visit I had April 30th, and I'll never forget it, April 30th, 1 o'clock. There was a lady there that talked about how she was constipated for about 3 weeks at times. And she was skinny. She was very skinny, which goes to show you, which I already knew, skinny doesn't mean healthy. And she talked about how she was regular. She was going daily. And I thought, well, wow, if she can get help, perhaps I could do this. There was another lady there that had uh, her foot swollen. So I'm glad you showed that picture. But even with the drops alone, she had reduction in the inflammation process. And so she was just so happy that she could put her shoes on and even her cute sandals and walk around without being miserable. And so I did not want to wait. That evening, I started the drops.
Okay, and that was when?
April 30th,
April
Tuesday,
30th. Okay,
last year.
very close to when I started. I started April 23rd. Okay, so let's go forward. What have you noticed in the progression of time? We've noticed in your pictures in only 14 days. If we can please mute the line of the iPhone, please, Layla. Thank you. So what have you noticed in the progression as time went on?
So the main reason I wanted to do this was inflammation. When I was in school, we talked about how inflammation is the root cause of so many diseases, autoimmune, diabetes, you name it. And so I knew that I wanted to get rid of inflammation. Absolutely, I wanted to fit into my clothes. I'd been on a journey. I know what to eat, but I struggled. I had already lost about 6 pounds because I had changed my diet. I knew the anti-inflammatory diet, which is very similar to what we do. I'm happy to say that I'm glad we get to have coffee. And so I had lost 6 pounds. I was at 141. The only time I was at 141 was when I was pregnant before. I am barely 4'11. Even with the twins, yeah. So I knew I needed to lose. So I was at 135 when I started the drops. And I purposely did not weigh myself for about 2 to 3 months. But I noticed a difference in my face. I noticed I had a bit of a chin there. And so I took a picture, and I'm glad Janelle Marie told me to take pictures of my face even because I could see a difference. My sister noticed that post on Facebook and said she could see my eyes. My husband said that my nose looked more defined, which was exciting. But I felt good. I started sleeping. that was a huge, huge thing because I was not sleeping. By the time I started the drops, I was waking up maybe 3, 4 times, and I felt this horrible cortisol surge. Um, and I knew it wasn't a hot flash because it just felt like when the adrenaline is pumping, like, when somebody cuts you off and you get going, but you don't want that at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. You want to sleep. And so that was huge. The fact that I was sleeping, the fact that I was digesting. What I didn't tell you is that Tuesday I'd had one meal because I would wake up nauseous. I wouldn't be hungry. I would force myself. So technically, I had a snack before I went to this talk. I had some walnuts, but I really had not had breakfast or lunch. It wasn't until about 4:30 that I had that first meal. And so nowadays, I wake up like when I was a teenager. Within a half hour, I am ready to go. I want food. And I enjoy it. I'm not nauseous. I'm digesting. And so those two things alone, if that's all the drops did for me, I would definitely continue to do it, to take them. But seeing the inflammation as a chiropractor, these hands need to be healthy.
Of course.
What I didn't tell you is I came in with wrist pain. I'd fallen a couple of times, tried to break the fall with my hands. And so for about 5 years, perhaps, I would get relief with acupuncture, but it would last maybe a day. With the drops, it disappeared. And so adjusting without pain was huge for me.
Isn't it amazing how we forget the kind of pain that we had until we start talking about it? You have a great life and you're agile and you're mobile and your work is very physical, right? You can't be in pain and inflamed up when you're doing your chiropractor work. Doesn't work so well, right?
Well, and here's the thing. As much as I wanted to believe that patients that they were following the anti-inflammatory diet that I so much wanted them to follow, now I believe them. Now I realize, oh, wait a minute, there's more. And so the drops with the synergistic effects, first of all, the fact that it's liquid, that's huge. And the fact that we get to absorb it sublingually, that is incredible. I knew, especially as we age, that we do so much better at absorbing. And going back to B12, most of us do not absorb B12, period, as we age. And so I was excited, definitely excited for my patients as well. So
Wow, what a great testimonial. And so glad that you're able to share it with others and get others well. And wow, you just look so beautiful. I mean, you look like so vibrant. Do you feel younger, like you've aged
I
backwards?
do. I do. And let me tell you, one thing that I was super sad is I love to dance. My husband met me and at 27 and I was super energetic and my dream was to be this fun grandma, to dance with my grandchildren, go for walks. And what I didn't tell you is that when Janelle called me and asked me to come to this talk, I was hopeless. I didn't know what to do. I had spent so much money on supplements. I have a membership in 5 other companies. I had been on a journey. I had spent the money on my education, on supplements that maybe would put a little band-aid on the problem, but definitely we're not taking. And again, I know we don't diagnose, we don't treat, but oh my, the miracles I've seen with the people that have tried the drops under me, and obviously the posts, hearing Brian's story, absolutely wonderful.
Isn't it great when you share it with others and they have these testimonies? It's just wonderful. So yeah, you were telling me that now you're the fun grandma, you're playing around with the 5-year-old, the 2-year-old, and nothing's stopping you now.
Yeah, we dance. We definitely dance, and I chase them. They love to be chased, and I couldn't even do that. I had herniated discs and acquired a new one in 2021, and again, I was hopeless. I was miserable. I didn't know what to do. I would get a little bit of relief for about 24 hours with acupuncture and, of course, chiropractic and non-surgical decompression. But I was not where I wanted to be. And this has definitely brought hope back, life back. And yeah, I can't stop talking about it. I tell my friends, have you ever seen me post about a supplement? And I tell them five companies.
Yeah. Well, you know, my new slogan, Dr. Dora, is this is a lot more than 20 pounds. When I hear you talk about your grandchildren, this is a memory. I mean, you're creating a memory for yourself, and very importantly, for these well, you have three grandchildren, for these three little people, that they're going to remember, oh, Grandma Dora's so fun. She used to dance with me when I was 5, and you know, all that. These are memories. This is a lifestyle. This is life changing, folks. This is a lot more than just 20 pounds. It's beyond. It's Brian going up and down the stairs without having to hold on to the handrail, praying to God his knees don't give out. These are life changing events that are affecting the people that we know. And it's just so fantastic. Dr. Dora, I could talk to you all night, but I'm watching the clock. I see that we're going to have to speed up the last few slides. Thank you so much for being on
Thank
board
you.
with us tonight. And
Thank
we
you.
hope we can have you back sometime soon.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Thank you. Wow. Just love it, love it, love it. And you know, I have 6 testimonials in a week, and I just hear the most amazing stories, just the most amazing stories. So what does balance look and feel like for you? Well, you will feel more energy. We've heard it from our testimonials. You'll have better sleep, improved mood, increase in your libido, reduction in inflammation. Your genes will fit better, better elimination and digestion. You'll remember why you went into the kitchen instead of going, why am I here? Boost in your immune system. Like Brian said, everyone was sick and he's not sick. Overall sense of well-being, and be able to create those moments with your children and your grandchildren. That's what this is all about. So in full circle, when you look at these circles or these different conditions, I'm sure you've been thinking about all kinds of people that you know that have any one of these, and just think that anybody on that street, well, as you pass them on the sidewalk, is going to have 3 to 5 to 7 to 10 of these conditions as well. We need to get the word out and help people. So in summary, are you a 1, 2, 3, or 4? A 1 is the person that says, yes, absolutely, I want the drops. I'm prepared to buy retail. Please get back in a hold of the person who invited you tonight's call. The second person, though, says, heck no, I don't want to pay retail. I want to get the best value. So I'd love to sign up as a brand partner so I can save some money. The third person wants to go, I want to get on this health and wealth train and ride. And the fourth person, maybe someone like me, that says, I need to ride this all the way to the top because I've got some big expenses happening in my new life here and I need to make some money. And you never know where that person is going to come from on your team. But whichever 1, 2, 3, or 4, we invite you to join us to live the dream. Do you know, recently I was at the Doubletree Hotel in Salt Lake City, and there was a big glass, tinted glass above the pool. And I was swimming on my back, noticing the reflection of me looking just like this picture. And I went, oh my God, here I am living the dream. You can have all that time freedom, a body that you love, have some financial stability. So when the earthquake comes along and destroys your pool, you'll have the cash to pay for it. A community of great friends. And I'm telling you, I've never seen such a beautiful family that I've met with Partner Co. And luxury experiences like these trips to Punta Cana and Bali. Enrolling is easy. Now is the time to come on board with us. We have a lot of people here that can answer your question. There's no reason why you can't get on the drops. If you look at it on a wholesale level, I'm on, well, there's a keg restaurant in the city of Victoria, and for the price of 2 people, that's your box of drops for the month, right? And it's a dinner that you say goodbye to by the next day. So what have you got to lose? You've got 100% guarantee from this company. Do what you need to do to get back healthy. So you owe it to your family to give them those great memories, and you owe it to yourself as well. I want to thank you again, Dr. Dora, for being on the call with us. Brian from Wisconsin, thank you so much for sharing your story. To all of our brand partners that supported the call tonight, thank you. And to our guests that came on board, thank you and welcome. I really trust and hope that you join our family. To beautiful Layla, who co-hosted. You did a great job of keeping this wild crowd at bay. Thank you so very much. I'm going to now end the record.